Right.
Hello, everyone, and a very good morning to all of you, and a very warm welcome to Executive Talks. This is a virtual space where executives talk and executives listen. And in order for us to listen to a very interesting and a very relevant topic for all walks of life, today we will be speaking on the topic about the importance of the sales skills for a successful career. And to speak to us about the topic, we have a wonderful gentleman joining in from all the way from India. We have with us Arun Goswami. Aiboan and namaste to you, Arun.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dumindra. And it's a great pleasure for me to be the part of this particular platform. And definitely the topic that we are going to talk about, it is definitely is very, very important ingredient in all walks of life. Uh,
Absolutely.
and as far as means my exposure in sales is concerned, I have been associated with sales and sales related works and projects for last 19 plus years, and it's a big part of my learning, part of my life. And definitely in sales, what we say is sales is an art supported by science, and to become the master of the science you have to practice and make it as a part of your habit. You can become a witch of
Absolutely.
a sales. So this opportunity will give me that how the sales skills gains an importance in everybody's life, and I will try to share as much as thing I have learned. And definitely means all the learnings that I have done, not a single credit goes to me, because nobody can grow in isolation. The entire credit goes to my people with whom I have worked with, my trainers, my bosses, and my supervisors, and the people around me, and my team members, with which I have worked with. I have learned from them. I was associated with. Let's start the process. It's an unending process. So definitely we will try to establish the understanding of sales skills in everybody's life, irrespective of any means product you are selling, irrespective of any field you are associated with. So let's do the introduction, and definitely I will also learn something from you people.
Yes, and we are extremely excited to be learning the same from you. And Arun, I hope you are okay. And despite the current situation and the ongoing pandemic, I hope all is well with you. And while saying the same, I want the world and all our viewers to know more about you. They would love to hear more about you. And I believe only you could do justice to get to know, to let the world know about you. So could I invite you to tell us a little bit more about yourself and introduce yourself to the world?
Sure, definitely. I again means put my gratitude in front of you all, and I all of you are and viewing us are in good health and steady at your own places. And definitely, I wish to Almighty that this particular situation of pandemic should pass away, and everybody from every walk of life should get into the normal pace and should contribute the benefit of the society and the benefit of your respect, and definitely your family. About me, yes, it is a very interesting question, but I always feel a little bit that what I can tell about myself. I always wanted to get associated with more and more people. In a nutshell, in this 19-20 years of experience, I was totally associated with corporate regime of 9 to 5. And just before the pandemic situation, January 2020, I decided to 9 to 5 regime and start my own. My profession as a freelancer, I am working as a freelancer, and definitely I have started my own firm as EDI Global Education Private Limited. It's a share basis. I am means one of the director and holder of that particular organization. We do study abroad and overseas education, and this is the business venture that I have started at the age of 42. So this why I've said this, because there is nothing which can right, because I've started my career as a Eureka Forbes means machine selling guy. I have seen the sales world from door to door selling to digital sales in the entire tenure of 19 plus years. I have trained more than 2 lakhs people my entire career of sales, marketing, and brand promotion. I was associated with insurance industry. Yes, that is the industry that has given me a big exposure about to sell anything without carrying any product in your hand, because insurance is not a product, insurance is a concept. You have to follow this particular mantra or particular proverb when you are into the concept selling. Right now, I am doing concept selling. I am selling educational programs. I am selling my consultancy miss programs. I am associated with so many corporate social responsibility of the biggest corporates in our country, India. Right. So these are the concept selling. So I am associated with sales. Everybody is a salesman, and I would like to put a contrary that has been told that salesmen be born, salesmen has to be made, they can't born. I contrary on that. My contradiction is salesmen are born salesmen. We are all born salesmen. Just remember the day that you have asked chocolate when you were just 2 to 3 years of age, and you have demanded a chocolate from your mom and dad. Your mom said no. To whom you are going to approach? Your grandparents. And you know that if you approach your grandparents, they will definitely provide you the chocolate. So it's a salesmanship. It's marketing. So that's what I put across. I do not believe in any sort of restriction. It's all because of your see. There is a very important concept that has been used in the entire world. Nobody can grow in isolation, right? In sales also, you cannot do anything by learning skills. Skills cannot be learned. Skills has to be loved. Until and unless you don't love any skill, you cannot nourish that particular skill. If you cannot nourish that particular skill, you cannot gain the passion about that particular skill. And if you cannot gain passion about any particular skill, you cannot accomplish the quality of having patience to fulfill that particular. And once you gain the passion and patience both along with your your skills, and you fall in love with that particular skill, then only you can flourish in sales, marketing, or anywhere. The communication is the most important media of interaction with anybody in this entire world. So this is the very short story that I have put across just to depict my entire career and all, because it's a very long thing. So I just have means put across that I have seen the liberalization and the globalization of the industries across the country. I have worked across the country, across India. I have worked all the parts of the country. I have seen the culture, the effectivity of culture, the effectivity of language, the effectivity, because in India it's a very built thing. In every 5 years, the food habit changes, the 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 clothes changes, the language changes, and so we have to adapt as a salesman. You have to adapt with the culture, the food, everything. So it is all the concept of how we have means gain the attitude to learn, because learning attitude is very important in sales. So I will just talk around about sales and sales, because sales is in my blood. So you cannot take out this particular ingredient in my blood. So that's all about in a very short nutshell. So uh, I can say this much only about my learnings and all.
Well, Arun, I'm so happy that sales is in your blood because we are so excited with every word that you speak. We can definitely see the passion, and with that passion, we are so excited and interested to know more about it. But just before we go into the questions and how sales can actually affect, or how it could improve, rather, if how it could improve our professional career, I have a quick rapid fire round for you. So I will give you a few options and you can select the one that you feel suits you the best. Okay, so shall we begin? All right. So Arun, coffee or tea?
Uh,
Okay, and movies or books?
Coffee, movies.
Awesome. Jogging or healthy food?
I should say both, but yes, healthy.
Okay. Either way, it's healthy, I guess. But jogging would definitely help more as well. Okay, urban apartment or house in a village?
Absolutely. House in a village.
Definitely. Same here, I think. A car or a SUV?
A cow.
Oh, all right. So I'm absolutely thrilled to know more about you. And this definitely shows us what a humble gentleman that you actually are. So, Arun, now that we know more about you as well, let's move on to the topic of the importance of how sales affects how the sales skills for a successful career improves one person. So, Arun, now almost all of us are working professionals, and we could be reaching out to new professionals and people in different stages of their career. Arun, I would like to ask you, according to you, what are the required skills that we need to become a professional salesperson?
Fantastic. Very cool. I like to put very different manner. It's different. It would be more practical enough. What's known as professional that we should know? That is the most important thing. Sales comes in the later part, but in the earlier, in the first part or the primary part, it is what is the meaning of a professional. A meaning of a professional means when nobody watches you, you are giving your 100%. That is the actual meaning of professionalism. And professionalism does not mean that you should reach means you should reach your office on time just to show your boss. You should reach the office on time because you love your job and you want to start early. Professionalism does not mean that you should wear a tie, coat, and everything, suit, boot, everything, just to show that you are a professional. Professionalism means when you love your job, you have to put yourself one of the most beautiful person in the entire world. That means when you are going to meet with your uh, with your customer, that means you are walking on a ramp. You are your life. When you're ramp, people will watch you, people will inspire from you, people will get admire. So this admiration, that inspiration, everything comes from your inner self. That is known as professionalism. So I think I have answered my question, means your question, that sales is a concept. Sales is means what you say. It's a way of expressing yourself. And to express yourself, your body language, your gesture, your posture, your tone, your voice, relation, everything combines and get combines in a single fine thread, and that thread is going to be like a silk. And when you use a silk, that is, you are a fully threaded means fully put everything, all the qualities inside that particular silk, then you are going to present yourself. So professionalism and sales are like very very integrated part of every means means everybody's life who are dealing with sales and marketing. So at any point of time, professionalism is the concept or the particular habit or a day-to-day life when nobody is watching you, you are giving your best. Then you are a true professional. So whenever your boss is asking you that how much business you are going to do for the day and what going to meet the customer, that is not professional. Sitting in a meeting and getting the script to talk to your boss is not a professionalism in sales. Sitting in a meeting and you are acting means to impress yourself, that is not a professionalism. Sitting in a meeting, you are trying to prove yourself that you are confident. Confident cannot be shown. Confident has to be emerged from that particular person. The person who is sitting of you should get confident about you. You should not put yourself as a confident person. So everything combines. It's a combination of every character, every habit, which inculcates into a professionalism concept. And that has to be related to everybody. That professionalism in sales is nothing but when you are giving your 100%, nobody is watching you, or whosoever is watching you, that doesn't matter to you. You are just simply your 100% to prove that work, to give the best, to give organization you are associated with the best revenue you can generate from the particular market. That's all.
That's actually a very interesting concept, Arun. And could I request you to tell us more, a couple of skills that could help all of us, or a few more practical skills that we could use in our professional career to boost everything that we do? Can I request you to do the same to help us get to know more about the practical situation about it?
Right. So one of the most practical incident that has happened in your life coming mother, your mother's embryo, and you take part in this world as a human being. Am I right? So you fall in love with your mother when you are inside her womb. So who has trained you to fall in love with your mother? Who has trained you to fall in love with your father? Who has trained you to fall in love with your brothers and sister? Nobody, right? It's a skill. And skill is associated with habit. It's a habit. If you go and or means learn or means read about any successful human being who has made a good contribution in the society, having a fat balance. Fat bank balance does not the only criteria to have a successful means to become a successful human being. Successful human being, fat bank balance plus fat contribution to the society. So at any point of time, the most important skill that you have to inculcate, or that is very natural, it's there inside you, right? It's the intention. What is your intention about your job? What is your intention about your office space? What is your intention about your product? What is your intention about the customers you are dealing with? What is your intention about your organization? And this intention can be found out three questions. The three questions are: first, why? Why you are here? Why you are in this particular job? Why you have letter of this particular organization as a sales representative? Why you are going to sell this particular product to your customer, right? Second question, what you are going to do for your customer, what you are going to do improve, what you are going to do to get promote in your job structure, what you are going to do to contribute for your means for the organization you are working with, and how, what are the procedure, process. So what we always say that success is a journey, and always a journey. Success is a part of process. Success is a part of process. Most of the salesmen that I have seen in my career, they always talk about target. Target important. Target is get associated with that person which will help you to achieve that target. That is most important. So you are getting into or getting involved in a process. You are not thinking about the result. Yes, the result is in your back of the mind. It is there in your unconscious mind or subconscious mind. But yes, the consciousness of your mind will help you to act, to work for getting involved in a particular process. So generates skills. That generates skills. Who has trained you to brush your teeth? Nobody. You have improved every day, right? Who has trained you to learn your language, your mother tongue? Nobody, right? You have first you have listened your mother tongue, then you have started talking mama and papa, then started talking means the rest of the world, or the rest of the words that you are going to use as far as mother tongue is concerned. But nobody has trained you, right? But when you enter into the school, it is nourished with the help of your teachers, with the help of your guide. Everybody comes in to nourish that particular skill. So you have to nourish that particular skill. Nourishment takes time. It's an involvation, right? When you get involved, right, it will get nourished, and the skill gets into the next position. But if you think that this skill is not made for me, then you are not working on that skill with passion. More get aggressiveness and passion has got no link. Passion has got integrated link with patience. Passion and patience are like railway track. They never meet each other, but they go always together. That is known as passion and patience. If you have patience, you can follow your passion. See all the your topmost this cricket players, topmost soccer players. You get inside that particular work. You have to involve into the process. You have to work every day to improve your skill. You have to work every day in a different way to improve and nourish your skill. To work on your skill, that may be anything. You may have listening skill, you may have speaking skill, you may have presenting skill. These are the external one. What is your intention? Because intention gives rise to intensity, and when you attain to the actual level of intensity, it get means reflected from your body or from your behavior as skillful. You become a skillful person when somebody is learning from. Remember it. You cannot prove yourself that I am skillful. You can only become a skillful person if somebody is learning from you, give it to you to share his or her. Arun, I have learned this from this thing from you, but if you can improve this, that will also help 10 more people. That is known as nourishment of skill. Then only you get into the or establish as a skillful person. Anything that may be sales, that may be presentation, that may be anything linked with your vision. Everything is a skill. Everything is a habit. Reading books is a reading books helps you to improve your skill. Reading books will help you to increase your vocabulary. Reading books will help you to understand the intonation what of the dialogue you say. Reading books is the concept of making your world much more, your arena should be increased, right? Reading the books of a person who has got 20 years of experience in 300 pages, you should go and read that book, because you are going to gain the experience of that person of 25 years in just 1 week or 2 weeks. Skill, that is skill. Nourishing the skill, getting into the process of the skill. Just go and watch a person. I have seen people who are selling rat poison in the local trains of West Bengal in India for 35 years continuously. Do you know what the skill is? This is a white person. He is selling rat poison just to feed his family. He has got two daughters. He is feeding his family. He is helping her two daughters to complete their education just by selling rat poison in rural or way for last 35 years. What do you say about it? Is it sales? It is intention. Intention is very, very clear that I have to feed my family. I have to sell this rat poison because most of the people who are in the train in the trains are getting troubled by the rat inside their house. So I need to save those people from rat. That is the intention. I interacted with those people because it's coming from a very practical experience in my life. So it is the intention. The intention. Once you gain that intention, why I'm doing it, what I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, your skill will get nourished. Take a written means note from me. It's a guarantee from my side. You have to understand your intention. Once you understand your intention, your skill is absolutely going to get nourished. That's all.
Okay, Arun, that is a wonderful way of putting it, because I believe like intention is important for all careers, not just sales, I believe, right? So there are people who have, some people have recognized the intention, but some people don't exactly know how to nourish it. So do you have any advice for them based on this, on how someone could maybe how someone could identify the intention, and how they could improve on their how they could nourish themselves and nourish the way they behave in order to achieve a certain goal of theirs, to achieve the intention that they believe. So do you any advice on that, on how someone could nourish their skills, or how they could nourish themselves?
Right. So I'm because I am not here. Means I don't think I'm qualified to give you the advice, but yes, I will share my experience, what I have done, because I don't share anything until and unless I experience. First, there are three concepts. Three concepts you apply in yourself: uh, non-judgmental, uh, don't reach in any means any your result on a very first instance, and you are not allowed to judge yourself. You're not means allowed to means what you say. I am not getting that correct word, but that is means you're just getting into the result on a very first thing. Means so important concept is awareness. You understand who you are and who you want to become in your life. That is very, very important, right? So so if we go to that particular skill, that so means most of the people understand what's the intention, right? So they intention, they themselves, they nourish themselves in their life, and they get into what they wanted to be. But maximum people, what they do, they just go as per as per the situation. As per the situation, they just get into that. Just uh, you with themselves, and they try to assume, right? It's always okay. I can do this, or I cannot do this. Once they I cannot do this, so they don't do this. Don't even try, even though they're going to fail. They don't even try. So it is very important to come out of this, that you are not going to assume yourself, you are not going to judge yourself, and you are not going to put yourself in condition that you are going to stop yourself. That is the most important thing. I put an example. So many people I have seen that they always say that I have a self means yeah, I am a self-made human being. What I said, there are two persons who that you are here in this particular earth. You are a human being, not because of you. It's because of two human beings. Those precious two human beings are your mother and father. You are going to learn or CD 1, 2, 3, 4 numericals, alphabets, everything, whatever you have not learned from yourself. These are the teachers. Those are the precious people in your life who has helped you, who has taught you. So you cannot take the credit. Once you enter into the job, the person who is sitting in front of you taking your interview, he has selected you. You are not means you are not get selected because of your degree, the way you speak. No, because I have seen so many. Because in my life, I have given more than 250 interviews, so I can understand very well that the person who is sitting in front of me, the interviewer, is in a good mood, good being, understand me, read my this resume in detail. He has understood that what I can do in my life, or what that I am going to do when I am going this. Because that in an interview, it is because of who is sitting in front of you. Remember it again. It is not because of you. that you are going to sell a product and generate the business for your organization. No. Means remember, exactly like you, there are 100 salesmen who are approaching the same customer. It is the customer, it is the timing of that customer that the customer generated interest in, means you, and he has, out of that 100 salesmen, he has purchased the product from you. You cannot take a single life whatever you are. Remember it. It is all because of the people who are associated with you, the people surrounding you, the time you are being gone with, the surroundings, the situation, everything counts for your success. A particular thing that is the most important of understanding self-awareness. That means you are stopping, you have stopped yourself judging yourself. Okay, Arun Goswami, pat your shoulder that you are a great person. No, you are a great person because 10 people are saying you that you are a great person. Remember, very important. People who are listening to me, people who are viewing to me, I request you all, please go and quite think about it. I did it. I did it. Right? A person who was not able to read letters on his school books, a person who cannot used to speak properly in their school and colleges, lack of confidence. The person who is sitting in front of you is the same person, Arun Goswami. I did it. I improvised myself. I have gained confidence with whom I'm talking to. Currently, tongue. My business is sell my tongue. The product I'm selling my words. I'm selling my selling skills. I'm selling my communication skills. I did it. You also can do it. So sit in a quiet place. To if you really want to understand what is your intention is, you have to understand what is who you are. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is very important. Do yourself. You are unique in the world. You have taken the entire world to do something unique. The question is, have you identified that particular intention that you are going to do, what you're going to do in your life? You are, every human being has a different or unique character in their own life. You have to recognize that particular character. Once you recognize that particular character, your job is done. Next is the process. You have to get involved in a process. So rest of the things will be taken care by your mentors. So rest of the you think means your this life partner will take care of. The rest of the things, people who are surrounding you, the good people, the bad people, I thank to every bad people who has scolded me in my corporate life, because they have scolded me and I have realized my real potential. So thank you so much. I always thank all those people who has taken my left and right from my life, because of them I am here. Because of them I'm selling my tongue. Because of them I am just sharing everything what I have learned from my life to you, because it's not my life. It means, so if I say that I have learned from my life, I have learned 2 lakhs people whom I have trained in my life. They are inspiration of my learnings. My bosses, my trainers, my team members, my subordinates, my operations guy, my office staff, everything. You just imagine your office staff can give you a best example of patience. Number of times in any meeting, in anything, you are sitting in a cabin, you are sitting in a meeting room, you're in a presentation, always order that office staff, go and just bring some water for me, go and bring some tea for me, coffee, tea, wine, bring everything. Every time he will have a smile on his face, put a tray in front of you. Sir, please. Am I right? Patience. Most of the time we judge that office boy, that how can office boy can teach me a patience or the lesson of patience. Yes, they are the people who are teaching the lesson of patience to our life. So what is, so in front of you have not recognized self-awareness. Once you recognize your self-awareness, once you stop judging the people or judging yourself, once you stop stop assuming yourself or stop assuming people, you are understanding yourself. To understand yourself, you recognize your intention. Why I'm doing, what I am doing, how am I going to do. That's one of the implement it, right? And we can also you means get connected in future. Just share it. Just share your experience with me when we were means means we are going to connect in future. Or this world is a very means small place. Definitely post pandemic, if I get opportunity, I will just roam around the entire country and Sri Lanka as well. So we will come and sit and we'll discuss that. Arun, you told us that to understand or recognize your intensity, you should self awareness. So we can learn, but yes, sit in a quiet place, make your mind empty for some time, understand. Have you stopped judging yourself? Have you stopped judging people means around you? Are you be assumptive about yourself? Are you getting assumptive about the people around you? Then understand yourself, then find out the intention. Who has trained you to love your mother? What is the intention? This is a question to end out this answer of this question. Think about it. That's all.
Thank you, Arun, and that's absolutely very inspirational. And thank you for motivating us. Because honestly, I am from the accounting profession, but I am also, I would love to find the intention myself. So, finding myself and being self aware myself is definitely something that I would also like to achieve. So, thank you, Arun, for motivating us in that sense as well. So, Arun, I also have another question relating to it, and that is relating to the pandemic. And with the recent developments of the environment and with the COVID 19 hiking up again, the way we have started to work again has also changed dramatically compared to last year, this year, and like the previous years before. So Arun, I have a question for you, and that is, what kind of skills should a person have in the future relating to this, because now everything has changed? So what, in your opinion, what kind of skills should a person have in the future?
Okay. Very interesting question, Yadura. So I would put it in a very different way. The last sentence that you have used before starting this question, that you have thanked me for motivating. Okay. Motivation is a means marketing word. It's a very big or means very means captivating word as far as to attract people. There is nothing called as you called as Dumindra. Means I would like to put it across who are viewing this particular this live broadcast. It is basically, what is your motive? If your motive is clear, if your motive, because I'm a big follower of the means one of the biggest or greatest monk in the entire world, Swami Vivekananda. As per Swami Vivekananda, if your motive is clear as fire, if your motive is clear or pure as fire, your intention cannot be broken by any sort of power. Your intention will be like rock solid. And if your intention is rock solid, you can take care of any damn situation in your life. It is financial crisis, it is losing your job, it is your family, it is personal, it is professional, it is emotional, it is mental, it is physical, anything. If your motive is clear, your intention, if your intention is strong, your behavior cannot be distracted by anybody in this entire world. And remember, if your behavior is not being distracted by anybody, you are going to be the most skillful person in the entire world. And that is the most important motive we have to follow in this pandemic situation. See, there are two situations in our life. It is in your control. Arun Goswami, you can control this. Dumindra, you can control this. There is it's another situation in your life. And the second one is, it is out of your control. So entire world is dealing with this situation. So I am means going to put across that what should do, what should do it. People are experiencing it, and try to understand now. Now the intention, again, the intention come across. Try to understand the intention of the people who are treating us, the doctors, the nurses, the people who are cleaning the roads, the people who are associated with all the social service activities. What is their intention? If the intention is about, okay, I cannot do anything, I am helpless in situation, just leave it. That is one thing. Another intention, we call it, is a very yeah, means beautiful word, attitude. So I'm a big fan of famous cricket player. I'm a very fan of all the Sri Lankan cricket players also very much. Muthaiya Mohippa is my favorite bowler in the world. He can even spin on the surface of the pitch. So Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kamli. So people who are watching me or viewing me from India, they can easily connect. Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kamli was considered as one of the greatest pair bats from the very early age of first class cricket. So in India, first class cricket is known as Ranji Trophy. So in means from the school levels, the people, the talented means boys and girls, they get the opportunity to play this first class cricket known as Ranji Trophy. So 665 is the highest partnership made by this duos, Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kamli in first class, when they are at the age of 12, 13, 14 years of age. Because of their attitude, listen to me very carefully. Here comes that how to deal with the pattern, right? So let's understand this. Because of their attitude, Sachin Tendulkar has spent 25 years in international cricket. Because of the attitude of Vinod Kamli, he has left the international cricket at the age of 21. Vinod Kamli was very skillful. Vinod Kamli was very, very talented. Vinod Kamli is a very good batsman, was a very good batsman. I'd say he still is. He was being compared with Sir Brian Lara because he was a left batsman. But see the difference. Tendulkar has spent 25 years in international cricket, and Vinod Kamli has left the international cricket at the age of 21. It is not because of skill, it is not because of talent. Both are talented, both are very qualified, both are very, very skillful. Both are not having the intentions clear. So I am trying to connect this intention in every question. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Just means my apology if I have overused the concept of intention. But my dear friends, this intention is very important. This intention will help you to fight the situation in pandemic. This intention will help you to fight the situation in COVID-19. This intention will help you keep your fit. What are the doctors are saying that don't do these activities, may get affected by the COVID-19 virus. If your intention is clear enough that if I get affected, my job will get affected. If I get affected, my wife or my spouse get affected. If I am get affected, my will get affected. If I am get affected, my parents will get affected. If I am get affected, my friends will get. If I affected, the people who are shaking hands with me also get affected. So make your intention very, very clear, my dear friend. No, my intention should be I should not take, means I should not take to get affected. Wearing mask, sanitizing, or keeping the social distancing, these are the precautions. These are not the means parameters to describe your intention. Describing intention is inside you. Self-awareness. I should not get caught up with cough. I should not get caught up with cold. I should not have ice cream frequently. Right? Most of the people, they love ice cream. I should not have cold food frequently. I should not drink cold water frequently. So that due to the change in weather, because in the last one, we have seen all the four types of weather inside our house. Am I right? So it is your intention will help you to fight with this pandemic situation. Think about it. Think about it. I have just given you the example that what would be the result if you are getting infected by COVID-19 virus. So it is very, very important. So make your motive clear. Motive, if you make your motive your motive clear, your intention will be clear. If your intention will be clear, you will gain your passion level. If you gain your passion level, you will gain your patience level. And if you gain your patience level, you can understand who you are, what you have to do, how you have to do, and why you have to do. Once you answer or you get the answer of all these four questions, right? Who you are, why you are doing, what you are doing, how you are doing, your 99.99% answer questions, irrespective of you will get the answer. I did it, you can also do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it's definitely a cycle, isn't it, Arun? So thank you so much for sharing with us such amazing knowledge that you have and the advice and everything with us. Thank you so much, Arun. And with that, we have, as we reach towards the conclusion, let's just see if we have a few questions that we have from our viewers. So, one of the questions that have come in from one of our viewers is, do you think employees attached to other departments such as HR and finance should also have sales skills?
Wow, wow, what a question. Buyer power. Thank you so much for putting this question. So let me put it in a very, very familiar way and a very, very practical way. When we invite our family members to enjoy any situation in our family, what we do, we shoot our work among all the family members, right? So selling product is not the concept of gaining selling skills. Talking to each other make, if a salesperson means is from a sales department, have department, what a salesperson will do, he will just put a mail. Generally what we do, we just put a mail. But you know that if this particular bill is to be passed, you need some more rapport building, because in future you are going to put more bills to that particular account. So what I have done in this, because I have worked in all the cross departments, so I have made that person as my friend, right? So I just took him to a just cup of tea or this. So this taking to a cup of tea or a lunch together or a dinner together or spending time together with the mental people is also a sales skill. Sales skill is is a very important and integrated part of every walk of life, my dear friend, right? So it is basically like a family. We always love to, and means whenever a new employee in an organization, we say, means welcome to a family. Question yourself, is it a family? Because in a family, when we do our gatherings, we always distribute the work. This guy will take care of the plates, this guy will take care of the rice, this guy will take care of the vegetables, this guy will take, so everything gets distributed. So watch and observe that person who is delegating those work. He or she has got the highest selling skill. You have to understand, we cannot take skills from the training room. We cannot selling skills from the the various sales activities. We can learn the sales activities and can be implemented across all sector of our life. Your observation, your keen observation, your people around us, everything. So yes, I absolutely think it's very important that cross departmental people like such as HR and finance should also have sales skills, because the way a sales people with HR and finance, so we have to train those employees that how the HR and finance people would also interact with the sales people or any other this cross departmental people. Sales is nothing but expressing views in a very arranged manner with some selective vocabulary, selective words, impressive body language, impressive gestures and postures. And the end result we have to establish is the work should be done smoothly. That's all.
Yes, thank you,
I hope I
Arun.
have answered your question.
It definitely is, because you definitely have, because being in the finance profession myself, it makes so much sense. And so thank you for giving us that answer, Arun. And we have one last question, and that
Yes.
is because one of the most general concepts that some people have in another profession or something is that how to avoid begging and bugging in sales because there are some people who insist on certain areas, and like it gets sometimes it goes overboard. So maybe it's coming from a salesperson itself, or like, in your opinion, Arun, how do you think we could avoid this situation? How could we avoid begging and bugging in sales?
Fantastic, fantastic. This question is linked with something which is very common, right? So if I put across this, so if I put my experience, I don't know that means how it will be relevant, and how I believe that this way of putting across the answer of this question will definitely help you to get the answer of your question also. When I was a door-to-door salesperson in Delhi, is the capital part of India. And at that moment of time, so I'm talking about some 18, 19 years old back story. So we have to sell water purifier. So you have heard about this company, Eureka Force. So I used to sell water purifier. So at that time, the weight of one water purifier was used to be 7 to 8 kilos. At that time, my age was hardly 2021, right? I just crossed the teen part and entered into the adult part. So at that moment of time, we have to knock the doors to get one customer. Do you know how many door we have? Means we have to knock nearly to 120 doors we have to knock every day, right, to get one customer. So my your supervisor used to say, Arun, don't worry. So he used to be he used to sell. I mean, say the things in a very spiritual manner. Arun, don't worry. You have to find out the God out. You have to go and find out the God. That God is waiting for you. Okay, and he has trained us such a way that you are not going to sell a water purifier, Mr. Goswami. Mr. Goswami, you are going to sell a medicine. This medicine will help those people who are going to purchase from means get rid of typhoid, get rid of diarrhea, so get rid of any stomach related means problems. This water purifier will going to act as a medicine. So this way, if I put across, so I understand or sell the product in such a way that it is going to be used by me. Sir, I have used it. I have experienced this product. So you have to understand the nitty-gritties of that particular product. So it is not a rocket science. As I already told you, sales is an art supported by science. Science is a subject of practice, and practice is linked with habits. So at any point of time, to get avoid with this begging and bugging in sales, right? Most of the people I always advise, I always help them understand the product. Understand the product from the point of view of the person who is going to use the product. Are you getting my point? It is very, very important, my dear friend, because if you use, or means, so means provided if you have used or you have not used the product, is definitely a different question. But you have to understand the product from the point of view. If you are going to use that product, what will happen? What is the benefit? So this is the part. This is the intention that you have to create inside you to avoid yourself, get rid of begging and bugging in sales. So if you come out of this, it will help to make a ship. I am not a big follower of rapport building. I am a big follower of relationship building. Rapport building is a technical word. So relationship building is a emotional word. You are any product to a human being. You are not selling any product to a machine. So he has got the right to ask you the question. He has got the right to say no to you. It depends upon you what is the intention of the salesperson and how much patience you have and how much passionately you are selling the product to that particular person.
Yes.
Try it out. You will definitely find out some help so that you don't have to beg or bug in front of the sales or in front of the customer.
Wow, Arun, I don't think anyone could have put it in a more better way. So thank you, Arun. I'm sure that definitely did answer our viewers' question as well. And with that, Arun, we have officially come to the end of questions, which unfortunately means that it would be the conclusion, that we have reached a conclusion of this wonderful and absolutely interesting discussion that we have had. Arun, I would like to express my immense gratitude to you for spending your time with us and for sharing your very valuable thoughts, for giving us your advice, for your knowledge and your practical experience as well. It has been an absolute pleasure to have gotten to know you and for you to have joined us. Thank you so much, Arun. And also with that,
Right.
we would
So,
we so yes, Arun.
yes. So I would like to take the opportunity to thank you, Dumindra, and definitely Dhananjay, to invite me in this particular great platform where virtually I am connecting with so many people. So if you allow me, share my contact number in the chat box. If anybody wants to get any help from my end, they can connect with me.
Absolutely, yes, yes. And while Arun would also share his contact number, we would also invite all our viewers to stay connected to us to hear more from us as well. And we request all our viewers and invite all our viewers to connect to Arun's YouTube channel as well. The link has been shared on the first comment in this platform as well. So please do connect with Arun's YouTube channel, and he will be sharing his contact number as well. And along with that, we also invite all our viewers to please share if they would love to share their knowledge with us via executive talks. Please do feel free to join by connecting via the WhatsApp number that will be shared on this platform right now. The number has been shared right here. So please do connect with us. And with everything that's going on, I know it's not a very easy time. It's a very difficult time, but for sure we will get through this pandemic with hands held together, or with space towards with amongst us. Please do stay safe. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and let's protect all of us together. So with that, thank you very much for everyone that has joined with us. Thank you so much, Arun. Have a very safe day, have a very safe moment, and a very safe week ahead. Thank you and goodbye.
Stay for your good, buddy.